How you feeling, Mama?
I'm scared.
It's 10 a.m. Well, almost 11 a.m. It is the beginning. It's Monday. We already got some shots. Some blood drawn. Baby's all good. Baby's moving. Good heart. Kate's a little nervous.
A little. A lot nervous.
A lot nervous. This is our room for now. This might be the room till the baby comes here. We don't know how this thing goes. That's our flat screen, big flat screen. Oh, we got another one here. I didn't even notice this one. Nice little picture here. All right, let's make predictions. When do you think this baby will be in our arms? Today? Tonight?
Tomorrow morning.
8 a.m.?
9:30
9:30?
a.m.
I'm gonna say tonight, 12 a.m. in the morning. That's what I think.
Not very long.
24 hour birth.
That's not 24 hours. It's like 13 hours.
Oh. Okay, maybe 20. Maybe you're right. Maybe 24 hours. So 12 p.m. Tuesday. That'd be 24.
9:30 a.m. I think a little less.
I say 12 p.m. Tuesday. We're placing bets. $50 to the winner. What's the plan of action, Kate?
We're gonna take a pill that I forget what it's called and see if I can dilate.
Yeah.
And then we'll be here for hours and hours and hours.
We could be here for multiple days. She's not dilated at all, but they said her cervix isn't far back. I don't know what that means. And it's a lot. It's a long, arduous process. And I might take a nap.
I might take a video of my green socks.
Green socks? Oh.
My green hospital socks.
Wow. They comfy?
Yeah, they are.
You gotta take another butt swab.
I know. I wanted to tell you that that's what a butt swab is.
This is our view. Don't you wish you were born in the city? Vlog update. Kate, how are you doing?
I feel good. Just itchy.
She's itchy from the fentanyl. She's on fentanyl. She's on fentanyl, Pitocin,
In that
epidural. She's on all sorts of shit. But good news. She is now 5 centimeters dilated. Probably 6 right now. She's having lots of contractions. 90% effaced. They might come in and break her water soon, which will speed things up. Everything looks good. There was a little scare. The baby's heart rate was dropping a little bit when there was when she was having contractions. They were starting to drop, which means it was just a bad angle or something.
She thinks the baby was laying on her cord.
So now we're waiting for the water to be broken, hopefully. But definitely feels like today is the day. How you feeling?
How do I look right now? Look insane.
How does the epidural feel?
The epidural is amazing. It's the best thing on earth.
How did it feel when they put the needle in?
It just felt like a pinch, and then it feels kind of weird when the medicine's like going into your spine for like a second, and then it feels fine. I didn't look at the needle though.
She says she feels itchy though from all the drugs. So yeah, that's their update. It is. Well, my watch died. It's 1:30 p.m. We were here 1:30 p.m. yesterday. Well, actually, we got here at 10 a.m. yesterday, but we didn't start getting induced. She didn't start getting induced until like 1, 2 o'clock. So now it's been an official 24 hours, and I've been losing it. It's hard for me. It's definitely harder for the guy than it is the woman in these situations. I don't know. Maybe next time we update you, the baby will be here. Possibly. I kind of want to sneak filming when she's pushing.
No.
I have to. That's really part of the experience. The people want to see you push. Well, you can see I'm all gowned up. Things didn't go quite as planned, so we have to get a C-section. they're setting her up now. I'm gonna go in soon. We'll talk all about what happened and how it got here, but gowned up. Wish us luck.
Are you hanging with Dad? You ever hanging with your dad?
So you'll hang back here about an hour and a half, 2 hours, as long as your bleeding looks good and your vital signs. Then we'll get you up to your room, okay?
Yeah.
And once we get you all hooked up and everything, we'll see if she wants to latch.
Okay.
We'll have to check her blood sugar since you were diabetic, so it'll be good to try to get a little something in her.
Okay. Hi. So can you move my mask down a tiny bit?
Can I grab her tongue really quick before you?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Alright. Open. Tongue. Okay.
Doing whatever we want to do. Judge us.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Everything's in on my end, all right?
Appreciate it.
Was there a blood sugar needed for any reason?
Yeah, she's diabetic.
Oh, okay.
I'll
But
do
it would be an hour and a half though, because
Yeah.
she nurses and stuff.
Little hands.
You are a beautiful girl.
Beautiful.
Looking at your mama. Mic check, mic check. Up here, how about that? Today is Thursday. It's 1 p.m. We got here at Monday 10 a.m. Monday 10 a.m. And we started the induction at 2 p.m. They started the induction with pills in the cervix, right? All right, so they gave her these pills in her cervix at like 2 p.m. and it dilated her in 12 hours like 1 centimeter. And then they stuck the Foley balloon in her, which she said was the worst part, right?
Well, then I didn't know what was coming next.
I get you the shot, because now you are gonna film though. Kate didn't want to film at first, but now she's talking. So they did the Foley balloon, and now it's supposed to get her to at least 3 centimeters. And that was in here for what, another 12 hours? They did it overnight, and then the next day, which was Tuesday, came. And they just kept feeding her Pitocin, and now they're just giving her Pitocin until she became they wanted her to be at 6 centimeters.
But it was 5 centimeters for 10 hours.
So what happened was they kept giving her Pitocin, and they kept giving her epidural. At this point, she got an epidural. And this lasted for 10 hours. So all the way until Wednesday. And nothing was like 5 to 8 hours would go by. They would check her. She'd be like 4.5 centimeters. Like it was just taking forever. Yeah, so then they said, all right, we're going to break your water. We're going to break your water, and that should speed things up. They broke her water, and it did speed things up.
No, it didn't really.
It did, but way later. Way later. So after they broke her water, she still wasn't dilating, and then what, Thursday now?
Wednesday.
Wednesday what? Wednesday night?
6 a.m.
Oh yes, okay, Wednesday. So Wednesday comes, and they check her, and they're like, oh yeah, you're at like 9 centimeters right now. So this is good. We need to get you to 10, so then you can start to push. And now it's just a waiting game to get her to 10, and she's really just...
Before that, they were talking about possibly doing a C-section because I hadn't,
Yeah, so before this, they started talking about doing a C-section
I hadn't progressed at all.
because she wasn't progressing. And she was like, well, let's just wait it out and see. But so what happened was that she got up to like 9 centimeters, trying to get to 10 centimeters. They're doing all sorts of things. And then Wednesday morning, they're like, all right, you're starting to get these contractions, so we want you to push. So then she started pushing, like actively pushing. And the contractions were like 3 every 5 to 10 minutes. Like they weren't very consistent. And then we noticed that the baby was facing up, which was causing problems. The baby's facing up. The back of the head is going through, which makes it a lot more difficult. You were fully dilated. You were 100% effaced. The baby was at like a 1 now instead of a 0. No, it was at 1 at one point.
Oh, +1.
Yeah, +1. So the idea was to get the baby to flip over face down and then get her to push the baby out vaginal birth. What happened was the baby did flip, which was great.
With the help of a doctor.
The doctor was in there like flipping her around while she was getting contractions and pushing, which was super painful. But the problem is that because they broke the water so early and it took too long to get to this point, there was a worry because Kate started to run a fever. So Kate had this fever while she's pushing off no sleep, no food, and it's pretty bad. It's like 100.4 or something. The baby's getting stressed out now because now it's like the baby's down there, so like every time she would push, the baby's heart rate would drop, and it was just like putting a lot of stress on the baby, and that caused the baby to poop inside her, which brings up a whole bunch of other issues. So at this point, the doctor's like, all right, what we can try to just continue going this route, but we need to get this baby out. Otherwise, it's going to cause a lot more issues if you don't. So you give it all you can and you push in these last couple of tries, or we give a C-section. So Kay was like,
contractions were too far apart.
Kay was like, all right, well, let's try push for like another hour and see what happens. But the contractions were too far apart. It was like 1 every 5 minutes. It was just not happening. It just was not happening. And it wasn't for a lack of trying. It's just the baby just didn't want to come out.
Pushed my heart out.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, C-section time. And I have a clip of me saying like, all right, well, here's the plans are changing now. So now it's C-section time. We go in, which is like sucks because like those 3 days could have been erased. We could have just went in and just said, okay, cut her out.
3 days of torture.
Yeah, we could have just said cut her out if we had the foresight to know. Cut her out. Let's get this fucking baby out of here, and then we would have been out, and it wouldn't have caused so many other issues. But C-sections bring like a whole bunch of other issues with them, like there's a longer recovery. You have to deal with like all the hormonal stuff. It's just not, and it's a serious surgery. It's just not as safe, and the recovery sucks on it. So the C-section is going on. They pull me in. Okay, there's a curtain up. There's like 50 doctors in there all operating away.
Did you have a picture of yourself in your outfit?
Yep, I have some pictures of it. They cut the baby out, pull her out. Now I'm like, oh my god, she's not crying. All of a sudden, like, she starts crying, so like that's good. They clean her off. Kate's awake the whole time. She's looking, very emotional moment. They bring the baby to the thing. They clean her off. They're checking her. Everything looks good. She's got a lot of shit all over her. The meconium. But, she seems to be fine. I asked, like, what's up with is there a chance, like, she could have, breathed this in? They're like, well, she seems to be fine. She's not labored, breather, or anything like that. Like, everything looks good. Cut the umbilical cord, get to hold her, bring her over to Kate.
Tell them what the umbilical cord felt like.
Oh, the umbilical cord felt like calamari. like if you overcooked calamari and you took scissors and cut it, that's kind of what it felt like. And then it was just sewing her up. Everything went fine. Placenta, everything fine with that.
No, I didn't even see it.
I smelled like them burning something. Like burning your flesh or something. I don't know what was going on.
Ugh,
I could smell the worst for the guy. Like, you see a bunch of stuff, but it's the smells that are pretty bad. You smell a lot of stuff, but honestly, it's just you don't even think about it. So yeah, so the baby's good, and then the baby's in our arms. Then we come up here to this room. This is where we stay for the you know, just like, I guess, to make sure everything is good. And she has to recover for at least 2 to 3 days. So they come up, they check all the baby stuff. The baby is kind of like cold. It's like 97.4 or something. So like, all right, we're gonna go bring the baby in the toaster, warm her up a little bit, and then we'll bring her back. I go home, I take a shower. First shower in 3 days, felt amazing. I come back, I start laying down, the baby's not here yet, but then the baby comes back. And she's been fine, she's been great. She's like a flawless baby, beautiful, flawless baby. And then today, I go out to vape, and I come back. I go out to vape, get coffee and stuff, and I come back. And they had to take the baby to the NICU. So now this is issue number 5, or issue number 6 or whatever. So the baby, they check the baby's temperature. It's a lower temp. It's like 97.4 or whatever. And they take the baby in, and they want to make sure that the baby doesn't have any sort of like infection. And if it does have an infection, they want to, you know, treat it with the right type of antibiotics and stuff. So now she has to stay there until we figure out what's going on. I just went and checked on her, and she's doing good. Her body temperature is back regulated. She seems fine. They said she seemed a little yellow, so they wanted to check if she had any jaundice or anything, but I think it might just be her skin. I think she's just, her Asian skin is like that. But now we're just waiting to see, because Kate had an infection in the uterus from the water being broken too long. So that area, when you break the water and then get the baby out, if it's too long, it runs the risk of infection, which is why she had the fever. And they want to make sure that the baby doesn't it wasn't passed on to the baby. So we started with the idea of like, oh, an induction will take 36 hours at the most. Well, this is day 4 now, and we're probably not gonna get out of here until Sunday. Like, just us. And that's not even accounting if the baby needs to stay in the NICU longer. So this is a long fucking journey that's not over yet. So there's your update for Thursday, February 18th, 1:30, and we'll keep you updated. So if you ever have a baby plan, don't expect it to go exactly according to what you think.
No, and I thought my baby plan was like very chill, but this was like way, way, way out of the plan. That we'll be here for a whole week.
At the least.
At the least. And now I like have a C-section scar that...
Do you want to show the scar?
No.
Come on.
No. I haven't even showered
It doesn't
yet.
even look... Alright, maybe
Haven't
later.
been able
We'll
to
show you guys
shower.
later. Kate's all high on painkillers. She's itchy.
Itchy.
Tell them about the itchiness.
Itchiness is crazy.
What was the worst about the labor process?
Having a fever while I had to push. I was shivering like crazy.
Oh, yeah,
My
sure,
whole
shivering.
body was shaking. Shivering because I had a fever and they hadn't given me anything for it yet while I was pushing, and then they didn't start giving me anything for it until like halfway through pushing, and then finally they were like, okay, well, sorry, you just pushed with a fever for 2 hours. Now you need to go have a C-section.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the worst part, is just like, damn it, we could have saved so much more. I mean, you just don't know. I mean, there's no possible way to know that. But that's what sucked the most. It was like, we could have at least cut down 3 days. And this is a nice hospital, though. Like, this isn't a bad hospital at all. It's Penn Med. And, I mean, these rooms are nice. I have a nice, comfy place.
Really nice. Yeah.
The nurses and doctors are all, like, just, like, super informative. They're nice. They're accommodating. Even with COVID, like, you're technically not supposed to leave and come back, but I'm in and out of this place all the time. It's just been it's not been too bad staying here. So if you're in the PA area, this is a good hospital to have a baby at. But we'll keep you updated. I mean, this is not the end. So this is like, I have a feeling like just halfway through. So we'll keep you updated. Hopefully we can at least get discharged so we can go home and sleep at home. But,
Hopefully.
I mean, hopefully we get the baby and they just say go home now.
Yeah, but I don't think
Hopefully.
They let us have the baby back until Sunday. She can stay in the room with us.
Yeah.
Instead of... Man, you grow up so much. She is. She's like so much more alert. To the little angel baby.
Okay, update time. It is Friday, the 19th, about 1:30. Isla is back in the room, yay! So she left the NICU just now. This morning I woke up at like 9 o'clock and I went down there. And I got a little scared because I saw like a bunch of doctors around her. But they weren't really talking about her. They were talking about another baby. So I was like, oh, okay. So I was just hanging out with the baby for a little bit in the morning. And then the doctor, when he was done talking to the other doctors, he turned to me. He was like, look, we just did our rounds with her. She looks good. We've been taking care of a perfectly healthy baby. So she probably could have went up last night, but we just wanted to monitor and make sure. And we're going to give her her last batch of antibiotics, just in case, which would end tonight, like late tonight. So they made her way up here. Her temps were good. All her blood cultures came back, and they didn't see anything in there to be worried about. And he said that most likely don't have to worry about any infections. And that's it. So we had a little bit of a scare. But there was really no basis for it other than she was just a little cold. I mean, babies just have a hard time. The problem is babies have a hard time regulating their temperature normally. But when you are born in an environment with, what was it called? Chromio, I don't remember the name of it. It's like
Whatever infection I had.
But when you're born into an environment with chorioamnitis, which is when
You're such a doctor now.
when your water breaks and you get that infection, there's a chance that you can get an infection. The baby can get an infection. So they just wanted to make sure they were ruling out infections. So it's a little scary. It sucks having your baby like not with you. Come in. We got food. Be right back. So it's talking about having your baby in the NICU. I mean, we did it for one night.
It was like 24
And like I was panicking all day, silently. And like I saw her. How many times did I go see her?
Like at least 5 times.
I saw her at least 5 times.
You were always down there.
Yeah, I was just constantly down there.
Last night you went down there at like 12:30 and you didn't come back
I didn't
till
come.
after 2 a.m.
Yeah, I was down there from like 12:30 to like 2 in the morning. I can't imagine. Some people stay there for like months with their baby in there. I can't imagine having to do that. It's got to be tough. Yeah, yesterday was tough. It was a rough one. Just because it was like,
We just got her.
not just that we just got, but we were like so close. We're like, we're almost done with this. And then out of nowhere, they take the baby. You can't see the baby, and they're like, probably not leaving anytime soon.
Yeah.
So that's what was rough about it, in my opinion. But good news today. It was a great day today. Woke up, went right down to see her. First thing I did when I woke up.
I got pancakes for breakfast from the hospital that were so good, so I knew it was gonna be a good day.
Yeah, pancakes is awesome.
And I got to take a shower.
And she got to shower, yep, and she got her shit off, her IV off. So she got to take a shower after 5 days of not showering.
Yeah, I've been showered since Monday morning. It's just
After having a baby, sweating through a fever,
Mhm.
she couldn't shower until just today. How gross is that? Yeah, today was an excellent day. We're just waiting to hear when we can fucking leave now, which is hopefully tomorrow. I don't see why we would have to stay until Sunday. But it looks like there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and we're at the home stretch. Hello. It is Saturday, the 20th, 1:30. We've been here 6 days now. 6 of the longest days I think we've ever had. But now we're leaving. Yeah! Kate, say yeah!
Yeah. Don't film me.
We're leaving today. We're waiting for the nurse to come in and take this IV out of this baby's arm and to give us our discharge papers. And then that's it. And then we're gonna go home and we're gonna welcome the baby. We're gonna welcome the baby into the pack with River, which is gonna be a fun thing. He needs to know, like, oh, she's the part of the pack now. And I can't wait to see how he reacts to this. This is gonna be interesting. But yeah, man, this has been a journey. It's not yet. We're not out yet. We haven't left. You never know with this place. They might come in and be like, wait, you gotta stay another fucking 2 days because this and that.
No, it's not happening.
But I think we're actually here at the end. So I'll fill you in once we actually get to the house.
Isla's ready.
Isla's so ready. She's sick of this place. We're all sick of this place. As much as it's a good hospital.
Good.
But
nobody
we'll talk
wants
about
to
that
stay in
later.
the hospital
Yeah.
For 6 days.
It's crazy. Okay, talk to you later.
Yeah.
You missed us, huh, bud?
You gotta calm down.
You missed us, huh, bud?
I know you missed us. You missed.
You just took me for a walk around the park.
I know. Okay, you gotta calm down, bud. We have a new member of the pack.
Let my dad go meet the baby.
Okay. Ready to meet your brother? Who's that, River?
Gentle.
Who's that, River?
Gentle. Gentle.
Who's that? Oh, good boy, River. Good boy.
Gentle,
Good boy. Good boy, River.
Oh, mouth. She's smiling.
That's your brother. That's your brother.